What's up, everybody? You got VPB Money Man here. On this channel, I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I hit people with blunt force trauma, reality to their face. A lot of people don't like it, but I've yet to get a comment yet saying, oh, I paid off all my debt and I hate you for this. I hate you for telling me to pay off my debt. But this gets me into my next subject. Thank you guys so much. We reached 700 subscribers. We're a little bit over 700. Thank you so much. I want to keep growing as a channel. I want to keep growing as people, and I want to keep growing our wealth and our knowledge about learning how money works. Thank you so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Now, have you ever been down a rabbit hole? A rabbit hole of you start watching videos and then before you know it, it's been 5 hours and you're still watching videos on that same thing. That happened with me with the Titanic implosion. And before you know it, I think I ended up watching Titanic and then, I was down a rabbit hole. So Monday on my way to work, I see all these cars headed this way. I see wall to wall, bumper to bumper traffic, barely even moving. If you look at this photo right there, you can see how far it stretches and goes back. And then on this side, we're headed to work and we're just cruising. So then I get into the wormhole wondering, is this how life is? Some people, are stuck, complicating their lives, should be working, but they're going to go do leisure things. How many of these people have credit card debt? How many of these people have car debt? And is there a group of people like myself and these other people that just cruise through life without paying debt and paying other people? So then I started researching credit cards and delinquency rates. Here's a video that I made about cars getting repoed. Check out this video. It's doing pretty well. And then I went down the rabbit hole of repos again and found this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Let them take your car. Don't turn a simple repo into an assault with a deadly weapon. Don't do that. It's not worth it. So then I go down the rabbit hole of credit card delinquency, and this is what I found.
Because, the flip side of this is some Americans are also benefiting, by the way, finally able to get some yield, but I don't think it's as many of these middle Americans as who are captured in your survey, and they're facing 20% credit card rates right now and things of that nature. What would you say this data most...
61% are not paying their credit cards in full. 36% are using credit cards more now than ever. And 31% have pretty much realized that there's a problem and that there's increases. You want to know why this is happening? Because people bought homes, people bought cars, and people gambled with their money that they were getting for free. They also were buying items and clothes, and now they need to keep up that lifestyle. I made a video in 2021 talking about this. Check it out.
Eventually, things will happen, and they'll get that money back. Trust me, they always come back for the money. The best people that made out during this was the people that did nothing. They didn't buy a house. They didn't buy expensive cars. They didn't go out and run up a bunch of credit card debt. They stayed still, okay? They stayed still. They didn't do anything. They didn't go on social media and look at everybody else living beyond their means.
So when I was trying to tell people back then, don't buy cars, don't be using credit cards, because what happens is I knew what was going to happen. They're going to take the free money. You're stuck with those bills, and they raise interest rates, and now you're paying more now than ever. The more money you spend, the less money you have. Now people are feeling the crunch with the credit cards. Credit cards need to be paid in full every month. And if you cannot do that, you got to cut them up. There's a problem. You're never going to build wealth, ever, paying other people. Especially people like this that recycle Jay-Z verses trying to pump their discords.
But I'm trying to give you $1 million worth of game for $9.99. Turn that to... I want to give you $1 million worth of game for just $9.99, family, aka $10. Come on and join the Discord so you can watch.
You will never get money that way. You will never build wealth paying somebody for the trick to make money. You will get wealthy by learning the trade and learning the skill of keeping money in your pocket and increasing your wealth. The only way you increase your wealth, and here's the thing, Being a millionaire means absolutely nothing if you have millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of debt. A person with $100,000 is wealthy and financially free if they have zero debt, they have a career, they have $100,000. They could take off from work and go live life and not worry about all the bills that are coming in. But if a person has $1 million in cash, but they got $5 million in bills, they are a rat in a wheel too. They are no better than somebody else. Just because a doctor makes $300,000 a year, that does not make him wealthy. If he has $10 million in liabilities, that just makes him a person that needs to go to work. Financially free is you could take a month off, keep living your lifestyle, your housing, eating out, traveling, and doing everything you're doing without needing a paycheck. That is financially free. Now, when it comes to these credit cards, I'm going to use myself as an example. Everybody cannot move like everybody else. Not one size belt fits all. I only use my credit card for when I'm paying for gas, my Easy Pass, car insurance, and booking a vacation abroad. Here's why. I need gas anyway. Now, I don't use my credit card for groceries because there's a lot of times you'll throw extra crap in there that you really don't even need. I pay cash for my groceries and make a list. That way I gotta stick to that list because I only have $100 or $150 or $50 for groceries. When you have a credit card, your grocery bill will be $500. You don't care because you're throwing chips and everything in there. Now, I use my credit card for gas because I have a long commute to work and I'm buying gas anyway. I don't have time to keep going to the ATM to take out cash to pay for gas. I really, at this point, this is going to sound crazy, but when you start making money, and you have money, you really don't care about the 10-cent difference. You're more concerned about your time. I can leave work 20 minutes later and charge the gas instead of stopping at an ATM, and there's probably people in line doing life decisions at an ATM. I can't stand that. But I put my gas, I put my auto insurance that renews every year on my cars because you got to pay insurance. I put my Easy Pass and I book my vacations abroad. Here's why. When I book my vacations abroad, there's a foreign transaction fee on a lot of debit cards. A lot of debit cards have a foreign transaction fee. And if I don't speak the language and I can't understand the email, I don't want to, blow through something and I don't get my money back where it's like, oh, after you book this, 24 hours later, you can't cancel it. I like to book vacations on credit cards. That way I can dispute it instantly if something goes wrong or if there's fraud. If I use my debit card abroad and there's fraud, now my debit card is shut down and I can't take out cash. I can't do anything. So this is why I use a credit card for that. I don't use my credit card when I'm charging food abroad. I don't use my credit card for excursions. I only use it to book where I'm laying my head. I don't even book it for my flight a lot of the times, okay? I don't even do that. I'll use my debit card for the flights. I don't care about miles. I don't care about points. I don't care about none of that crap. It's just I'm trying to make it feasible where I can pay the bill off every month. The key is to keep your expenses low. You keep your expenses low, you live below your means, you make more money, you have my word, you will get to where you want to go. Have a wonderful weekend. No regrets.